afternoon, and welcome to the School of Education's 2022 Spring Commencement Ceremony. I am Elizabeth Bermoji, and I have the honor of serving as the Dean of the School of Education. And I have to say, oh my goodness, I am delighted to see all of you here in person. So happy. Now I would like to invite you to listen to Vision Detroit School of Arts Men's Ensemble, conducted by Mr. Julian Goods, as they lead us, actually you can sing along, in our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Please be seated.
Till earth and heaven ring, ring
Thank you, gentlemen. The Vision Men's Ensemble is a tremendously talented choir of students from the Detroit School of Arts in the Detroit Public Community School District. I have had the pleasure of working with the faculty and students at DSA through the partnership between our two schools for over 10 years. So we're here today to celebrate the School of Education graduates of the University of Michigan Spring 2022 class, as well as many returning graduates from the 2021 and 2020 classes. And while we are here to honor you, our graduates, I would also like to recognize our guests who are here today to support you as they have throughout your education. In the audience today are the parents, spouses, partners, children, relatives and friends, mentors, and attending teachers of our graduates. Thank you for all you have done for our graduates. We celebrate you today, too. I would now like to acknowledge the special guests on our platform party, who you can learn about more in your programs. They have so many titles and accolades that it would take all day if I told you all about them, so please read those programs. These guests are School of Education alumni, advisors, and partners. We have a number of special guests in honor of the School of Education's centennial. I am pleased to introduce the inaugural School of Education Alumni Awards recipients, emerging leaders Brian Burt and Trevon, sorry. Distinguished alumni Ann Austin and Alicia Merriweather. Another distinguished alumna, Laura Perna, was not able to be here with us today because her son is graduating from the University of Michigan. And Centennial Scholar Lin Chu Wang, whose life work embodies the school's mission. Where's Dr. Wang? Here somewhere. There she is. She's accompanied by her son, Jonathan, who is also an alumnus. Also joining us are many people who are instrumental in making the School of Education what it is today. Emeritus Deans Cecil Miskell, he's behind me, Karen Wixon, she's behind me too, and Deborah Lowenberg-Ball, who is a current faculty member. And because it was our centennial, we invited all our emeritus faculty members to join us, and so we thank those who are able to return to celebrate with us, and their names are also listed in the program. Finally, seated on both sides of me are my incredible colleagues, the current faculty members of the School of Education. I'd like to ask my colleagues to please rise, all of you. Emeritus 2. I'd like to be able to name all of them, but I can't thank them individually for the incredible work that they do. So I ask you to join me in thanking them for all they have done to help our graduates reach this important milestone. Now I'd like to thank members of our community who receive School of Education awards. The Pat Natale Staff Award for Excellence recipient is Dr. Simona Golden. Simona, there you are. Okay. And the Diversity, Inclusion, Justice, and Equity Award recipients, one faculty member, one staff member, and one student, Rosemary Perez, Mary Tenney Muirhead, and Christine Quince. So Christine's out there. They're not here. The others aren't here, but we thank them. We're pleased to honor these individuals who advance the mission of the School of Education and our efforts toward diversity, inclusion, justice, and equity. Now I would like to invite Vice Provost for Enrollment Management, Adele Brumfield, to the podium.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Dean Moji. It is great to be here and to celebrate with you today. Congratulations, graduates. We are so proud of your accomplishments. Through unprecedented challenges over the past years, you endured, thrived, and here you are, ready for your next great adventure. Now, more than ever, the world needs people with a thirst for and commitment to education and lifelong learning, which I believe is the cornerstone of a thriving democracy. You will impact communities through your innovative teaching across pre-K through 12th grade and higher education. You might develop educational policy that influences government, business, and industry, and your research will tackle pressing issues of the day. Few things in this world can positively transform lives like education can. It's powerful, but as you know, not always equitable. Wouldn't it be amazing if where you lived didn't impact the type of education you received or limit your future potential? I've learned firsthand how great an education can be, combined with hard work, and how it can impact the course of not just one life, but that of many. You may not know this about me, but before I became a first-generation college graduate, I was bused to a suburban high school near Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as part of a program created to tackle segregation. After I completed college, my brother soon followed in my footsteps, and after him, my mother, who used community college to retool before graduating from a four-year university. Always a teacher, thank you. Always a teacher, but now with a credential in hand, my mother dedicated her second career to teaching elementary school students reading in my hometown. Now, my personal experience navigating different educational systems informs the work I do every day, and I imagine your lived experiences will influence your approach to advancing the power of education. Education can be a great equalizer. It can lift entire communities and help us prosper, not only as Americans, but as members of a global society. This is why the work you are about to embark on is so important. Wherever you choose to lead, your work will positively touch lives and likely change communities. That's why we are all so excited to see what you will do. We will watch with anticipation, already knowing that you will make a difference, because that's what Wolverines do. Children are our future, and you will help build a stronger bridge, a time and a place where every child truly has access to a great education that will lead them to the future of their dreams. This is important work, noble work, and I thank you in advance for all that you will do to use education as a tool for creating a more equitable society. Congratulations, Wolverines, on a job well done. Today and every day, go Blue.
Thank you, Vice Provost Brumfield. Next, I'm delighted to invite our student speaker, Trevion Henderson, to address his fellow graduates. Trevion. I took his speech.
Good afternoon. My name is Trevion Henderson, and it is my honor to join you today to celebrate this incredible milestone and reflect on our time here at our alma mater. I want to start by thanking my friends, colleagues, and mentors here at the School of Education for inviting me to be here today. I know that today will be filled with cherished memories, and it is truly an incredible gift to sharing those memories with you all. I want to spend my time today telling you a few stories that I hope will illustrate just how special this university is to me and that I hope will impart some bits of advice as you open the next chapter of your lives. The first story is about my last days here in Ann Arbor just a few months ago. As I packed my things and prepared to leave for Boston, I took a moment to reflect on my first days here at Michigan, those first classes and the nerves and apprehension I felt as I began my PhD journey. I quickly learned that Michigan is more than bricks and mortar, more than maize and blue, more than Ashley's or Bill's after a long week on the academic grind. As they say on Saturdays in the fall, the University of Michigan is about the team, the team, the team. I was fortunate in my years here in Ann Arbor that the University of Michigan afforded me a great team of friends, peers, and mentors that I still hold near and dear to my heart today. I remember late nights at Cultivate writing papers and preparing for qualifying exams with Gordon Palmer. I'm so very proud to call him Dr. Palmer today. Sharing research ideas over pizza at Ashley's with my dear friend Katie Shoemaker. She'll soon be Dr. Shoemaker. Or working through my dissertation instruments with Christina Morton. Again, I'm so proud to call her Dr. Morton today. It was Dr. Robin Fowler who brought me onto our team to collect data for my dissertation, and of course my tremendous advisor behind me, Dr. Lisa Latuka, who would let me dump my brain while lounging on her couch after a long day of data collection. And after all of that, after all they poured into me, when it was time to hit the job market, all of them were in the audience when I practiced my job talk last May, helping me to prepare for the interview for the job that I got today. They, and too many other people to name, were my Michigan team, supporting me from the difficult beginning to the triumphant end that we are here to celebrate today. So my first piece of advice is this, and admittedly it's a piece of advice that I should do better to heed myself. Do not forget your Michigan team. Never forget all that your team has poured into you over these past few years. Reach out and thank those people who came along with you on this journey. Pick up the phone and call. I know we're tired of Zoom, but schedule a Zoom meeting to catch up. Don't let those old group threads dry up. Hold those people close, especially over these next few weeks and months as you transition into a new chapter. Which leads me to my second story. I can tell you from recent experience that the days, weeks, and months ahead of you will be an absolute whirlwind. Many of you are starting exciting new jobs, perhaps moving to new cities, even moving on to that next academic degree in your academic journey. I remember my first week in Boston back in July, and my first day at my new job at Tufts University. I often joke about how terrifying it was that I had to make so many incredibly large decisions, and I still didn't even know where the bathroom was or how to use the copy machine. There were days when I felt alone, times when I felt as though I had to know it all on my own, and agonizing moments when I realized just how little I knew and how much I had left to learn. But I was at a conference in November when I ran into my old Michigan team again, the Michigan Mafia, as we like to call them. It was there that I realized that my team was still there, still committed to my success. Those old friends and mentors who had supported me in my time in Ann Arbor were still there to support me now that I was in Boston. Lisa took me to dinner. We talked about how nervous I was teaching my first classes and leading my first research team meetings. She gave me advice, as she always does, and I left that dinner feeling renewed in my abilities to forge ahead as a new professor. Katie and Robin offered to read my paper, and just as they did during my time here at Michigan, they both gave me a call to offer feedback. I ran into Christina after she gave one of the most incredible talks I've ever seen. She gave me a hug and once again shared in her brilliance, chatting with me about future research ideas. I realized then that I was not alone. My Michigan team was still there. And my advice to you is never forget that your Michigan team is still there. So as I conclude these remarks, I want to remind you all that this place that you called home over the past few years will always be your home. And the people who came along with you on this journey are as committed to your success today as they were when you were a student. To the class of 2022, and all those who return to celebrate this occasion, congratulations, and remember, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, cherish those that made this place home, and forever, go blue.
Thank you, Dr. Henderson. We are so incredibly proud of you, both as an individual and as a representative of your fellow students. And now, I'd like to say just a few words to our graduates and to their loved ones. So I'll start with families and friends. I know that you are full of pride and love as you share this day with your graduate, celebrating their talents and dedication as they accept their hard-earned degree from this world-renowned School of Education. Graduates, we too are proud of you and your many accomplishments. In this auditorium tonight, you are representing 3 different graduating classes, as I said earlier, 2020, 2021, and 2022. And you are connected by your shared student experiences during a global pandemic. Certainly, you are united by the hardships you have faced and by the relationships you have built that sustained you through these incredibly challenging years. But you are also united as our School of Education centennial graduates, marking the end of an era and ushering our school bravely forward into our 2nd century. Each of you stands at the intersection of the past and the future. Think about that for a minute. It's a really unique time. Where do we go from here is a question frequently asked at commencement. But at this moment, the entire world is asking the same question. How do we come back together? And how do we move forward? How do we improve? How do we build a more equitable and just society? And how can we do that through education? Fortunately, you have chosen careers that will be of utmost importance in shaping a future in which all people have what they need to thrive in this world. You represent the best of what we can do as a society to address the serious challenges and the great opportunities we are facing in a post-pandemic world. Your experiences and your learning here in the School of Education across the University of Michigan have uniquely prepared you to cultivate positive growth for individual human beings and for all of humanity as educators, as researchers, as school leaders, and as policymakers. To every single prospective, and for that matter, practicing classroom teacher here today, I think that's more in this direction, you are instrumental in our society's success. We are facing a teacher shortage like we have never seen before. You have an essential job in this moment because you will empower children and young people to affect change for a better future, not just to make up learning loss, right? You are going to help them change the world. The schools and classrooms you all will enter have undergone great changes these past several years. We have seen education innovation grow out of necessity. But we now, as SOE grads, have the opportunity, whether you're practitioners or researchers or policymakers, to pilot and study what is best for learners moving forward. How do we innovate, not just because we can, but because we know what works and for whom and under what conditions? And how can we innovate for good in ways that improve education access and quality for all? This is absolutely critical because just as we know that education is a lever for individual growth, it is also a lever for social change. Moving forward in the wake of this pandemic requires all of us to do this critical work. Our society can no longer leave people behind. So I implore you, as you embark on your education careers amid this challenging but exciting time, to center equity and justice in all you do. Stand up to those who challenge movements for change. Push back, speak up. Engaging in anti-racist practice, developing and promoting gender equity, increasing cultural, racial, and linguistic diversity, and developing critical thinking are not just phrases. These are actions, these are practices, and we know that these actions and practices will improve education for all learners. These are the practices that will prepare us for the future, even more so than any amazing technological advance you can think of. And I know that the future of education will be in good hands as you go out and share your unique gifts in a multitude of ways. As newly minted Dr. Maria Shriver said this morning at the Big House commencement, be bold, be brave, be blue. So even as you embark on this bright future, you are and always will be members of our School of Education community. You will always be in our minds and in our hearts. Congratulations, and of course, go blue. Now it is my honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Eric Mays, Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion and Professor of Education at Lawrence University. Dr. Mays is an alumnus of the School of Education at the University of Michigan and also was co-captain of the 1997 University of Michigan National Championship football team. Welcome, Dr. Mays.
Good evening. How y'all feel? No. Said, how y'all feel? That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Dean Moji, faculty, staff, parents, invited guests, and most of all, the graduates for the classes of 2000, 2001, and 2002, for allowing me to share this moment with you. It was 20 years ago that I also graduated from this extraordinary university. I remember like yesterday. See, I arrived via the Greyhound bus, though. I had no ride to campus, but I was full of hope, believing it was an opportunity of a lifetime. Because it was then what it is now, a very special place. A wonderful collection of people working together, sometimes at odds, sometimes at conflict, but working together to create what we call Michigan, the University of Michigan. So the chance to talk with you briefly during your commencement ceremonies is it's not an opportunity. It is an honor. When I got off the bus those 20 years ago, although I was physically by myself, I was not alone. I carried the strength, the hopes, and dreams of my family with me. See, I was born about 100 miles away in a small town, some may know, Benton Harbor, Michigan. Where Benton Harbor at? Okay, no, that's what I'm talking about. I spent time growing up in South Bend, Kalamazoo, and eventually Portage. My father, a brilliant man in his own right, grew up working in the cotton fields of Missouri, a decorated Air Force veteran who suffered life-altering injuries during the Vietnam War. My mother, a nurturing and wise woman far beyond her years, raised by her grandmother, also grew up working in the fields, but in the cotton fields of Mississippi. They would meet in the fruit belt of Michigan, where my paternal grandmother who had only gone to the 3rd grade, had moved her family to live in a barn outside of Eau Claire, her 5 children. So I got off that bus as a first-generation college student, knowing that I come from people that scratched and clawed out an existence for themselves in a place that was often violently hostile to them, that provided little refuge. Nonetheless, they found a way. So Never forget the sacrifices of those who got you here today. Those that you know and those that you have no idea that they made. From before you were born to this very day, being here to celebrate you. We owe them a great deal of gratitude. So I know you all found them as you were walking in to your seats to find out who was here to celebrate you. But let's give them a round of applause for what they've done for you to be here today. And to all of the people in the most expensive seats, but they would say those are the cheap seats if we were up here watching a play. This is your commencement too. Be proud of your accomplishments. Now, graduates, congratulations on the achievement. This is no small feat, and I hope you use it as inspiration for the other pursuits in your life, especially when the times when things get hard, when they get difficult, when doubt abounds. Remember that on April 30th, even though it was supposed to be in 2020, it was supposed to be in 2021, that in April 30th, 2022, you graduated from the University of Michigan, something that can never be taken from you. You see, I use it as fuel to this day for the challenges that I tackle in my life. I arrived on campus, the odds were much more in favor of me becoming a cautionary tale and falling victim to structural traps of mass incarceration, teen violence, institutional racism, and economic inequity. Marginalized and at the fringes of society, devoid of a place at the table to engage in work of justice and equity at many of the rooms and organizations and institutions that I now sit at or occupy or that you read about in my bio. It's been a long walk against all odds, and that walk wouldn't be possible if I didn't have educators at different points on the path who built bridges to help me cross gaps. They gave me keys to assist opening doors that thought they were locked for me to have access. They provided me guidance that allowed me to get greater opportunities. And as Malcolm X said, Malik El-Hajj Tabas, they gave me a passport using education as my future to travel the globe, figuratively and literally. And in the work that I've done in education, if you take a look at the bio, whether it's been policy, whether it's been teaching on the east side of Detroit, whether it has been teaching English as a second language in Bahia, Brazil, or walking barefoot in West Africa, working in a village school, it's been to replicate the kinds of supports, build the kinds of bridges that were built for me. That is the power of an educator. That is the power of the profession that you all have decided, the calling that you all have answered. It's a powerful calling. And so, I am forever grateful for their efforts. I can think of no greater time during my lifetime that we need more of those committed, informed, engaged, educated professionals whose hearts and minds yearn for justice, and for a more fair and equitable community, state, country, world. The turmoil, rhetoric, threats, and ignorance is broadcast publicly and loud enough that I don't need to spend 1 ounce of my time giving it voice right here tonight. But rather, I will take this honor, this rare moment, to remind you of the awesome opportunity that sits at your feet. by naming 6 points of reflection that has helped me along my journey, and I hope they'll do the same for you. The first, seize the day. Carpe diem. There's no guarantee that tomorrow will come. Seize it. Go after it now. And I'll share a brief poem from John Wetterhouse, made famous by one of my favorite movies, Dead Poets Society, starring Robin Williams. Gather ye rosebuds while ye may. Old time is still a-flying. And this same flower that smiles today, tomorrow will be dying. While you are still here, as he whispers to his students, make your lives extraordinary. All right? Be true to your dreams. Be true to them. Think about them. Listen to yourself. Think about that dream that you've been thinking that seems stupid to other people. That dream that you have that nobody else believes that is possible. That dream when you open up your mouth, people are like, what are they talking about? Dream that dream and be true to yourself. I came to this university against all odds just to show up here. And then I decided I was going to walk on to a football team at the University of Michigan. And so you all had a chance to get a taste of that last year. But that was the norm at this place. Big Ten championship after Big Ten championship. I was told I was too small. I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't strong enough. I showed up and I fought. And so you've got to accept the assignment. That's number 3. First, you have to dream the dream. You have to accept the assignment. Put on the helmet, put on the boots, put on the uniform, accept the assignment. You have been called. And so I showed up, even after they said that I was too small, because I accepted the assignment. I listened to myself. I said that I had a dream that I was going after. And I fought day in and day out. I'll come back to that. 4, leave things better than you found them. Dream your dreams. Actualize your potential. Do no harm. See, I'm not one of those people that say everybody is welcome. No, they aren't. I don't want everybody on my team. I don't want everybody at my university. I don't want people that are going to cause harm to others. I don't want people that are going to hurt others in my schools. There's a place for them, but it's not with me. All right? And it shouldn't be with you. Do no harm. 5, never give up, never surrender. It took me 4 years of fighting down at Schembecker Hall. It took me 4 years of running out to the huddle and getting kicked out of the huddle by coaches. Like, who are you? Get out of my huddle. I was 16R, which meant 16 reserve. By the 4th year, I was elected captain of the last team to win a national championship here since 1947. It will be a fight, but keep swinging. 6, have courage. See, I didn't say be fearless, because I would be lying to you. I said have courage. So there's a movie called After Earth. I love my movies and I love some of the messages in them. There's one particular message that comes across. Now, I'm not telling you to be dangerous. I don't want you to be dangerous. I want you to be smart, safe. People have invested in you. But I want you to have courage to stand in your truth, to find your voice, whether that is via writing, whether that is via singing, whether that is talking, whether that is research. Find your voice. Have courage to meet the challenges of the day. because fear is a choice, and so is courage. Choose courage and walk with your heads high, but not with your noses in the air. Stand upright and ask for what you want and demand what you deserve. Be heard and be great on purpose. My last mini story. So I did an interview with guys that are chronicling our 1997 team yesterday, and they had spent time with our head coach, Lloyd Carr, and they went through his old boxes, and one of the things that Coach would have us do is create our goals. He would have us create our personal goals and our football goals, and we would put them on cards, and we would give one card to him, and we would keep one card. And I was recalling the story to them, how I had only made one goal for football and one goal for my personal self during that 1997 season. And they were like, well, we have a copy of all of the cards. We took pictures of them. And they texted me my card, and it was then as it is now. My goal, personal and football, is to be great. Have the courage. Have the courage to dream your dream and to stand up and be leaders and best. I'm Dr. Eric Mays. I stand here before you against all odds, the grandson of a woman who only went to the 3rd grade. It is my pleasure to be here. Go Blue.
Thank you, Dr. Mays. That was wonderful and so inspiring. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. It is my great pleasure to recognize the degree candidates. We will begin with the candidates earning their minor in education for empowerment. Next, we will recognize the undergraduate elementary candidates. I think they're running over to get the candidates lined up, I believe. The candidates, I'll tell you a little bit about the elementary education candidates while we get people lined up. These candidates are earning their bachelor degrees in education and their teacher certification in elementary education. Will the marshals please direct both groups to the stage for individual recognition?
Ariana Deng. Lyric Bingham. Stacy Berliner. Cadence Vivian Litt. Michaela Lynn Wallace. Madeline Bryn Fox. Jacqueline Christine Kinder. Hannah Nielsen Anderson. Sarah Louise Stensky. Annabelle Kim. Michelle V. Wynn. Sarah Marie Schaefer. Emily Elizabeth Barber. Hannah Lee Wortham. Morgan McKenna Fila. Allison Kathleen Miller. Cheyenne Kainka. Tess Elizabeth Murphy. Victoria Kwan. Olivia Kate Lesh. Madison Rose Regish. Mary Elizabeth Broderick Johnson. Rayanne Vanderveer. Jordan C. Willis. Yendwa Chen. Aaliyah Opo Lindstrom. Meow Ma. Jordan M. Glass. Harmony Michael Margraves. Carson Chrome. Tim Rittinger. Zoe Abear. Emily Cecilia Van Heitzma. James Leonard. Hannah Raid Tabata. Asaya Yakub. Tareem Fatima Zafar. Ashley Wilcox.
Next, we will recognize the undergraduate secondary education candidates, including those who are earning their bachelor degrees in education, as well as those who are earning their teacher certification in secondary education. Will the marshals, I guess they've already done it, please direct the undergraduate secondary education candidates to the stage.
Emily Branch. Hannah Sadie Myers. Bryson Joy McHenry. Mimi Isabel Klee. Haley Marie Kosivas. Lucy Donegan Appel. Corinne Eliza Sixay. Joseph Dwight Meston. Kai Doe. Maria Isabel Fiving. Andrea Diane Ostrowski. Sundus Al-Amin. Joyce K. Paley. Spencer Shea. Henry Simon Pocchini. Timothy R. Lemansky. Brianna Elise Howard. Susanna Marie Hagan. Benjamin Newstead Hall. Jesse Gormham. Meredith Adams Tiller. Elizabeth Ann Williamson. Joanne Jisoo Kim. Lauren Elaine Kuta. Isabel Renee Kunales. Faith Mary Crosby. Caitlin Sue Van Brandt. Maya Victoria Green. Molly Bess Efros. Elise Renee Gottfried. Michael Curtis Jones II.
Next, we will recognize the Elementary Master of Arts with Certification, or LMAC candidates, to the stage for individual recognition. Marshals, are you set? I guess they are.
Christine Michelle Hutchinson. Haley Rose Sheldon. Millie Claire Ash. Angel May Polzin. Madeline Claire Macheski. Let me get it right. Gabriela Carvalho. Sarah Jean Brish. Jeanette Bouton. Hannah Marie Rutherford. Amber Jake Yell. Taylor Kane. Sarah Hickman. Suleiman Kazi. Rita Mae Barry Hathaway. Taylor Nicole Bradley. Vanessa Scotulus Johnson. Ana Maria Jasanka Lopez. Marissa Angeline Solis. Caroline Kelly. Morgan Renee Dobbins. Lauren Olivia Vani. Mia Leanne Thompson. Delaney McGee Bond. Paige Simone Wint. Reagan Frances Shepton. Claire Elizabeth Garner. Kathleen Joan Reuter.
And now the marshals have directed the graduates for Secondary Master of Arts with Certification, or MAC, to the stage.
Alyssa Marie Jenna. Kennedy Lynn Willette. Abigail Rose Wagamuth. William Michael Kelly. Noah Cornell Morrow. Ashley M. Highland. Michaela Lynn Kaspirin. Carolina Marie Domingos. Hannah Mary Walsh. Claire Mary McLaughlin. Macy Marie Kurth. Anna Kyle. Riti Katish Russ. Alexander M. Lanyatso. Elena Danae Nugent. Samuel James Waldron. Parker Hill. Scott Edwin Leake. Mark Edward Wood. Jonathan Gregory Lilo. Lindsay Aaron Hall. Alex Taylor. Nicholas Stephen Michael. Christina Jordan Greenfield. Ingrid Magdalena Johnson. Morgan Yvonne Beckett. Stephanie Christine Stonebach. Marie Gabrielle Bundia. Dominic Dame. Isabella Sepulveda Ramos. Beatrice Ariana Bruins.
I'm hoping the marshals have directed the candidates for master's degrees in educational studies to the stage for individual recognition.
Sada Baker. Pamela Marie Saka. Victoria Ann Vezeldinos. Katie Nicole Falk. Allison K. Jurdette. Peter Siciliano. Lu Wang. Crystal Oyola Carian de Soso. Benjamin Paul Ward. Luis Ignacio Loyola. Amber Marie Gustafson. Lexi Kaiser. Kendall Aikens. Claire Lambert. Marley Elkonen. Lauren Marie Schlosser. Jeline Eckert. Rebecca D'Angelo. Hyen G. Kush Dawar. Terrence Griffin. Quentin Curtis Francis. Michael Barrett Morgan. Melissa May McCurry. Jasmine Valentina Edwards. Kendall Rose Purdue. Emma Grimes. Myra Arif Hussein. Priscilla Alvarado. Gabriella Mabel Rodas. Shivani Gandhi. Amanda Jane Finn. Sujud Alzubi. Sydney Eden Castle. Jushen Liu. Saki Inui. Aya Magdi Khalil Isaac. Tirza Lundberg. Junchen Zhang. Jinju Liu.
Will the marshals please direct the candidates for master's degree in educational leadership and policy?
Autumn Eberly. Janice Brooke Williams. Rebecca Brown. Jacob Kurtz. Megan Lynn Harris. Paula Manrique Gomez Pfeffer. Desiree Renee Smith. Shelby Grace Benham. Heidi Jean Taylor. Ashke Kumar.
Marshals, please direct the candidates for master's degrees in higher education to the stage for individual recognition.
Devin Keene. Catherine Mercica. Kathleen Claire Hurley. Elizabeth Levine. Cameron Carl Kramer.
Finally, will the marshals please direct the candidates for doctoral degrees to the stage? Now, while they gather, a quick word about the perseverance and commitment of this group. Doctoral preparation requires 4 to 5 years of rigorous study, cultivating a carefully crafted book-length report of the findings of research. Each of these individuals who is about to walk across the stage has dedicated a lifetime, I guess that's what a doctoral program feels like, to education, practice, research, and innovation. Please welcome our candidates for Doctor of Philosophy in Education. And just a quick note that candidates who have completed all of their degree requirements by April 1st of this year will be hooded.
Christian Ashley Martell. Kelly Lynn Wheeler. Jathan Day.
Christine Quince. Martha Catherine Epperson. Margaret O'Connell Hannah.
Hyun Kim. Jeffrey K. Grimm. Nanapit Catherine Limlamai.
This is the first time we've hooded, so it's a little new.
Jeffrey Robert Albrecht.
Abunya Cecilia Agui.
Michael A. Medina.
Asia Ojan Harrison. Channing Jamil Matthews.
Michael B. Frisbee. Dana Nixon. Naomi Mae Wilson. Kimberly Charisse Ransom. Laura Ann Jacobs. Anne Elizabeth Blaze. Amber Caprice Sizemore Davis. Rosalie DeFino. Carolyn Patruca Massarang. Lauren Hickman McMahon. Ebony Perouse Harvey. Charles Eugene Brooks Wilkes II. Daniel J. Berger. Blair Bucci. Angela Lyle. Min Quang Hoon. Joey Lynn Selling. Stacy Lee Brockman.
Alana Epstein. Kristen M. Glasner. Christina Simone Morton. Trevion Shamir Henderson. I'm trying. Jennifer Rosemary Pollard.
It's really moving, isn't it, to welcome all of these new graduates. I am so proud to be part of this School of Education and to have such wonderful representatives of our School of Education. Now I would like to invite Vice President for Student Life, Martino Harmon, to greet the graduates.
Good evening and congratulations to the graduates, the families, the friends, and the loved ones, and everyone involved. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. I am truly honored to share a few words with you tonight, and I know we're near the end of the program, so I'll try to keep it brief. But to witness the turning of the tassel for each of you as you pursue a profession that is vital to our future. We live in a world where ignorance is not bliss, but a challenge to be overcome, where knowledge, taught with compassion and guided by research, tradition, and innovation, is an invaluable resource. Your task is Herculean. It is a task of those who have come before you, those who are here with you today, and those who will come after you and me. There is no finish line in this grand marathon, but the miles and miles that you will cross throughout the decades of your exciting careers that await you tomorrow Those miles matter more than you will ever know. We know that education makes a significant difference in the lives of those who have equitable access to it. But we also know that those in this profession are facing an uphill battle in the wake of the pandemic, ongoing severe issues of systematic racism and oppression, and a divide that splits people across so many areas of our lives in this great country. That can sound daunting to say out loud. Trust me, I know. I started college as an education major, and I later switched to business. And the reason why I switched to business is because I was afraid. I was afraid of the challenge. And I graduated in business, but not long after graduating, I realized that I had a true love for being an educator, and I couldn't ignore that love. And I pursued my other 2 degrees in education, and I work in higher education now. So I felt and still feel strongly that love for being an educator is great because I know I can make a difference. I also want to offer some words of reassurance and encouragement because I remember the mixture of excitement and nervousness that I felt when graduating, and now here I am. Okay, now, deep breath, everyone. That's a lot, it's heavy. You don't have to fix everything. Start with what you can see right in front of you each day. What can you change or fix? You'll know it when you see it, and you will see it. You simply have to go out and do good, and do it well. Do it in whatever place you find yourself in with whoever you can influence. This is a simple task, and also, as I said, a Herculean task. And it's an exciting one. You are exceptionally well prepared with the necessary knowledge, skills, and passions that you have developed here at the School of Education at the University of Michigan. You are ready to tackle these serious educational issues in our society. And of course, remember that you are not doing any of this alone. Today, you join thousands of SOE alum and over 600,000 University of Michigan alum already out in the world working on these very issues. I want to thank you for your dedication to this work, to our work. In student life, we often talk how our mission revolves around the whole student, the development of the whole student. I encourage you to keep that holistic approach in mind throughout your careers and in your daily work. Thank you again for all that you do and all that you will do in the years to come, and welcome my colleagues to our mission. Congratulations, and forever, go Blue.
Thank you, Vice President Harmon. And now, we're going to welcome back those amazing men of Vision, the Vision Men's Ensemble. And I want to invite you to stand and sing with them, with all of us, as we sing the Alma Mater and the Victors. Now, I want to emphasize, they are just leading us. We're all singing along. So, throw your arms around each other and get ready to sing the Alma Mater. Please be seated. And again, thank you, Vision Ensemble. And thank you, everyone, for joining us on this important day. Guests, please remain at your seats until all of the platform guests and graduates have left the auditorium. Once we exit the auditorium, the celebration will continue outside on Ingalls Mall. It's very warm out there, I assure you, and we invite you all to join us. On behalf of the faculty and staff at the School of Education, it has been a privilege to teach you, to work with you, and to learn from you during your time at the School of Education. We look forward to hearing about your adventures and accomplishments. Congratulations, best wishes, and say it with me, go Blue!